Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. I was in a shop recently and came across these little Yankee candles, and I've never seen them in this format before. So as always, anytime I see anything nice and pretty, I think would make a lovely little gift for somebody just because I buy them and then I make a pretty box for them. So it's clean cotton, so I kind of thought I wanted something fresh. So I've gone with white for the lid and this gorgeous Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, which I have shown on a couple of videos already, I do believe. I meant to use Misty Moonlight, but I've picked out Night of Navy. But that's fine. However, the other thing that I did was that I didn't realise, and you can maybe see that the box kind of bows there, is that the candle is actually slightly wider at the top than it is at the bottom, and I measured it at the bottom, so my box is a little bit too snug for it. I adapted and got the lid to fit, but it's not perfect. So I've changed my dimensions. So this one was 2 inches by 2 inches by 1 3/4. Going to change that up to 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 by 1 3/4 for this one. So to do that, I'm changing the colours again. I have gone with Misty Moonlight card this time. I'm sticking with white for the lid, but I'm actually going to flip over the Designer Series paper and use this stripes and dots one there, and I have got boho blue instead of balmy blue on that one. So it will be similar but not the same. So I've got 2 pieces of card here, white for my lid that I need to trim down, and I've already cut this to size. This is 9.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and just going to use my trimmer to do my scoring on this. So on the short side, I am just going to score that at 2 1/4 inches. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to score on the long side at 2 1/4, at 4.5, and then I need to take the arm out and line that up at 6 3/4, and then finally at 9 inches. Okay, so that gives me 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/4 and a 1/2 inch tab there. Okay, and it's the same top and bottom. Now my lid, I want to be just a tiny little bit bigger than the square of the base. So I want this to be, and I have cut it that way, 4 5/16. So that is 4 1/4, and then just take it to the next little mark there. Okay, so I've got 4 1/4, and I'm just adding a 16th onto that. Okay, cut that, and then that one I want to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So that extra 16th of an inch will be in the middle there, which will make the lid fit better. Because you want it to be snug, but you don't want it to be too tight that you have to force it on. So that's my 2 pieces cut and scored. So let's bring in bone folder and just reinforce all of those score lines. Okay, and then do the same on our lid. Easy. Bringing in the snips. I'll just do the lid first, seeing as how it's here. We've got those squares on the corner, and I just want to cut up one side of it, take a notch out, and then take a notch out the other side there. Okay, turn it around, do exactly the same on all four corners. And just taking that little notch out just saves some of the bulk there. Okay. Last one, straight up that. Chop a wee wedge out, and the same again there. Okay, so we've got that like so. On the piece for the base, I'm going to cut straight up there and take that little tab out at an angle, tiny little angle off at the top there as well. Okay, and then just cut straight up these score lines to that horizontal score line. And again, if you want to take some of the bulk at the edges, you would cut into this one next to your joining tab. Leave the next one and do this one. Like that. All right. So let me get rid of all those little bits. So we now have our base and our lid ready to assemble. Not going to decorate the base. We'll decorate this. So you can either do this while it's flat, which is probably the best way to do it, or you can do it while you've got it on. So I'll build up this bit first, and then we can decorate and build that bit. Okay, some wet glue is my preference, but you use what you prefer as long as it's a strong bond. Give that a good press that way, and I like to move it around that way and give it a good press that way as well. Okay. Then we have that join at the back there. So I'm going to bring the back piece forward, okay, which was the full piece, and then these pieces that we took a little bit of a wedge out, those are the sides. Put one on top there and the other on there, and then finally this piece here will come round and make it all nice and square. And I'm just gonna use my bone folder, press that down. Okay, so we've got no joins at the bottom there, and our join is at the back, and we've got a nice flush rounded piece there. So let's just see if this fits better. Use my snips to get into it. horrible, huge, big glob of glue there. It's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I've got a tiny little bit overhang there. That would annoy me if I didn't chop it. Here we go. So there we go, and I am going to, do you know what I've done? I've done that 2 1/4, and I only meant to do that at 1 3/4. Never mind. It's bigger than it needs to be. That's what you get for changing things and not working them out properly. So I've got a piece of card that is 2 by 2, and this piece of designer series paper is 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. We'll glue those two together, and that will be the top piece. And there's just a little bit of a margin around there. You get a little bit of that balmy blue. No, boho blue. Every time. And these pieces are 2 inches by 3/4 of an inch, and this is 1 7/8 of an inch by 5/8 of an inch. Just glue those two together. Pop that on there. So, and then these bits will go on here. On there. Thought I'd glued that. Haven't. There. And with these ones I cut it from one strip, so I am going to make sure that I've got the white bit at the top just so that it's consistent. Right, so I'm going to do one of these corners just as normal. Fold that around, line it up, give it a good press. Okay, and then I'm going to add glue to the next one. Like that. I'm going to put that on. And just making sure that that fits by actually building the lid around the base. So glue on that one and then glue on this one. Okay, that one will pop down into there. Like that. And squeeze that. Okay, then you can take it off and give it a little press on the inside to make sure that we've got them all well stuck down. Okay, there's a tiny little overhang there. It's much better than it not fitting. Right, so again, that's my back. This is the front towards me, so a little bit of decoration. Didn't do a huge amount of decoration on this, to be fair. I stamped the With Love from Country Bouquet. You could use For You, I Love You, lots to choose from there. I'm using Misty Moonlight. Ink it up. It's a little bit too inky. That's better. And I just trimmed that to fit. Trim that a bit down a little. Okay, and I just glued that on. A little bit of an angle. And then this is the same paper as I used for that, using the Petal Park Builder punch. I'm just using that smaller one there and kind of just using the design to get that kind of in the middle-ish. Give it a press. There we go. That's the bit I want. And got a little bit of a foam mat here. Just give that a little bit of a curl. Then a tiny wee drop of glue on there. And pop that on. Then I have my in colour dots, they're called, and I want to go with the middle size of that. I'm going to take your pick tool, slide that off and pop that in the centre there. So we've got two different sizes. That one was supposed to be the same height as that one, but just wider. So I will give you the measurements for this one that I have made. I will also give you the measurements for one that height, but that wide, which probably would be a little bit better because there is a bit of a gap there that we don't really need, whereas that one was fine that way. I didn't need to increase it that way. I just needed to increase it in the other direction so that it didn't bow out like that one. Hope you've enjoyed these, and if you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to click on that subscribe button. If you click on the bell, you'll get a notification of the next time I upload a tutorial. And if you like this, please leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up. Until the next time, please do take care. Bye.